Okay, Robbie, here we are in Sydney. It's about time we got down to a bit more detail about how the hell does this work and how is it so incredibly flexible during the show.
Okay, yeah, so let's run through. We've already talked a little bit about the basic gear we've got, but just to recap, we've got a Motu audio interface that's running bus powered off the laptop, which is great. We've got the Novation Nocturne, again, which is running bus powered. We've got the Novation Remote SL, which is running bus powered. So basically I only have to plug in the actual laptop itself wherever we go in the world and we're all ready to go. So basically the way we're working it is we've split the songs for all the whole set into composite things like drums, bass, percussion, stuff from original tracks, synth lines and extra loops. And we can basically, however we want to do, change the arrangement of the song. So if Howard wants to skip a verse or a chorus, we can just do that, or extend it, or jump around anywhere in the set at all. So I'll just show you now. On the keyboard, I actually map all the sections of the song as numbers, so that I can basically just jump around the set. And the knobs here control filter cutoffs for all the tracks, effect send for putting spins and delays. The buttons here are for kind of EQ kills, so I can kind of drop the bottom end on certain things. And then over to this side here, we've got the volumes for each track and the mutes and solos. So let's just show you kind of what we've got. So if I start up a track,
welcome to Condition, man.
This is the intro, and we can just jump straight around, perhaps to a verse. We can put delays on. Filter stuff out, and then I can just jump straight away to another section. So basically we can just jump around anywhere we want and do exactly what we want. And the only other thing we've got here is we've got the Nocturne, and I'm using that kind of for hands-on kind of screwing up of the sounds with plugins. So I can bring up, as you see on the screen here, I bring up my controller, and I can bring up different setups for it, and just manipulate different plugins like beat repeats and all the plugins built into Ableton. So that's pretty much my setup. The only other thing to say is we actually feed the vocal mic into an input on the Motu as well, so I actually can control all of Howard's delays and reverbs and stuff directly from the keyboard here. So the out front mixing guy just has to get a blend of the dry vocal with the effects.
And it's obviously tempo synced with
yeah,
all
everything's
that.
tempo synced. Yeah, so it's kind of beat-tastic.
Fantastic. Well, that's amazing, and and it's all powered by steam, I hear, as well.
Yeah, steam. Yeah, it's a very
cheap
form of power. So hopefully it'll stand us in good stead for the future.
I think it's a very clean energy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Since we've stopped using coal.
Exactly. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Robbie. That's very enlightening, and see you soon.
Yeah. Cheers.
I'm not as good at this as you, Robbie, because you're a really good demonstrator and communicator.
Okay.
But anyway, this is. I'm going to show you what I've got. Some of the patches here on the Roland G8. The whole idea was to make it really simple and straightforward, and so that you didn't have masses of keyboards and lots of things dependent on lots of other things. We tried to make it absolutely amazing sounding, but very, very, very simple. So if you want to have a look here, this is the first track, Conditioning, and the first sort of overall patch I've got a whole bunch of sounds here that kalimba, conditioning riff, a piano sound, a bass sound, and a couple of pads. And you see there how easy it is to actually draw the split on the keyboard. So for instance, down here I've got a deep sound for doing the conditioning bit, and then I've got in the middle here the pads, and then for the main riff at the top. And these can all be independent with their own effects and delays and whatever. And I can go into this and very easily with this graphic little keyboard thing here, and change where the split is. So if I want that sound to go all the way down to there, then I can. If I want it to be right at the top of the keyboard, I can keep it there, and then I can, once I've got it there, I can change the octave. So it's actually what I like about it is you have been able to do that with other synths before, but in this graphic way. For me, I work in a very sort of visual way that enables me to see where my sounds are, especially when I'm playing the gig. So
can you show us how in the past I know keyboards have had a problem with changing patches and the notes cut off and stealing.
Yes.
Can you show us how that really great feature of how it kind of works across patches?
Yes. Okay. I'll show you that. And I was just doing something brand new actually today because I want to do something slightly different. So I've got in the song Look Mama. So I've got an organ sound down here. And then at the top I've got this sort of Jupiter 8 type. So I'm going to end the song. So I'm holding that sound, and now I can change the patch. That didn't go very well. I hit the wrong thing. Actually went the wrong way.
I'll just do that bit again.
That's weird. That double trick.
Okay, take 2 on the... So, can you show us that really great feature which enables you to change patches without it stealing?
So here's the end of Look Mama. So I'm going to hold this chord down, and then we want to end the song with a big rambunctious ending. So I'm going to change the patch. Notice the sound is still there. I've changed the patch, and now I can go to this immediately.
Nice,
So,
very nice.
And that really is for a keyboard player. That is absolute heaven. So you don't get you get the patch ringing on as long as you want until you trigger the new sound that's already come up on the screen.
And you really like the feel of this keyboard, don't you, for playing?
Well, for me, because I'm a piano player my whole life, so I love a keyboard that responds to just like a grand piano. This does, and even though I'm playing mainly synth sounds, to get the expression and that give the feedback from the piano is really amazing.
Fantastic.
So,
Thanks, Howard.
Yeah.